Hi everybody, I'm Amanda the G. I got some things on my mind. I didn't really know what video to film for this week, so I just figured I'd do another word vomit video because, you know, there's some stuff going on up there, and quite frankly, there's a lot of stuff going on over here. And by that I mean my roof is falling off my house. I really wish that that was like me exaggerating and trying to like clickbait and get people to watch my video, but no, literally my roof is falling off my house in the back. So I've learned some things about roofs because having my own home, I've learned some things about a bunch of different stuff, and I'm not very good with the terms on the roofs yet, but the roof comes over the side of the house, right? And then you got the fascia on the outside and the soffit underneath. Well, that piece that comes off the outside, I'm guessing that's an eave of a house, I don't really know, that is falling down off of my house because I thought the roof was just like lifting a little bit due to all the windstorm and storm damage and that it would just have to be nailed back down. Well, no, the roof is actually, this is the roof, it's actually fine. This other piece is falling down, which then makes the whole roof fall with it, and apparently the reason is because people are stupid. More specifically, they use nails instead of screws, which, if you're thinking, shouldn't your home inspection catch that? Well, no, because they're not going to actually lift your roof up to see if it was screws or nails that held in those boards, and probably at the time, nails were fine, but they just don't really hold very well. So I have roofers coming who are going to go and peel back several feet of my roof to lift the boards back up. Hopefully they're still strong enough to do this, and screw them all in, replace everything, then do it around the whole house so that the rest of it doesn't fall off at some point. And oh yeah, by the way, when they're up there, they're gonna fix something else. They're gonna put a cap on one of my pipes because what I found out is squirrels eat the caps off of pipes. They ate the cap off and now there's water coming into my house because squirrels are jerks. Other handy dandy home tips that I've learned owning a home while I'm at it: before you buy a home, have an HVAC person come and check everything, because again, they don't demolish anything when they do a home inspection and they just kind of look on the outside, but an HVAC person will go and actually like fully check everything with all their little meters and stuff and then tell you that their system is actually a decade older than the homeowners are telling you and disclosing, because they are liars. So much is broken in this house, and every time that I fix it, I do it like right and appropriately, and if it's above my level, like the roof is above my level, then I have professionals like roofers come in and do it correctly. And on that note, I just recently had to have a carpenter in the back because one of the posts that holds up my carport randomly fell off and just sunk like 6 inches into the ground. What happened there is when they poured the concrete to hold the posts up, one, they didn't anchor them, and two, they didn't pour the concrete underneath the posts, they just poured them on the sides of the post, so then it's just wood, which then just sits in the ground in the water and rots. So, you know, that was a problem. Also, they only use one screw down through the top of the post to hold it up, and you're supposed to have like 2 screws on each side going up to hold the thing up. So that's all fixed, and apparently there's something called a hurricane clamp or hurricane fastener or something like that that is supposed to attach the top part to it, and that didn't happen. So carpenter came and did the one post. He's like, if you want to do the rest of them over the summer, then I'll give you a deal on the other 7. So eventually I'm gonna have to do that. But basically what I've learned from this house is that people, when they're selling a house, cut corners. And I think when you move into a house, you do everything right and you do it appropriately like I'm doing. But if you get to the point that you are no longer going to, like, sure that you're gonna live in the house for a long time, like if you're deciding that you're gonna move, or you're prepping to sell the house, or you're gonna flip the house or whatever, then you cut corners and save money, and then it screws over the next person who buys the home. Since I'm home all the time, I've been streaming random things, and it's all the stuff that's just free online, and one of those things is Married at First Sight, and I know that that is a terrible show, okay? It is a terrible show. It's awful, and if you don't know what it is, basically they match up 2 people, and the first time they meet is the time that they walk down the aisle. It's the first time they see each other, and they just go ahead and get married, and then they live together and drama ensues. I'm watching the Second Chances, which Married at First Sight Second Chances is basically like if The Bachelor met Married at First Sight. So they use the Married at First Sight contestants and they give them expert advice that none of them take, and then they have like a series of people that are trying to date them, and they whittle it down to like 10, and then they're dating, and then they make them break up with people by going to their house and telling them it's over. Aside from my issues with like that whole premise and that whole show and everything, I am just pissed off that they gave David a second chance. David? And the reason that that upsets me so much is that he cheated on his wife during his season. Now is as good a time as any to give you an update on my hand here. So elective surgeries have been postponed 8 weeks at least, thanks to the pandemic and all of that stuff and the hospitals being completely full. But that aside, elective surgeries have been postponed. My doctor seems to think that I am progressing okay with this tape, and by that I mean excruciating pain in these joints that never hurt before, but sure, okay. So what I'm supposed to do is keep them buddy taped continuously until December 10th, and then I'm allowed to slowly wean it off of being fully taped to a friend. And what's happened now is, because it's been taped for so long, I'm actually like losing a lot of skin on top of my fingers, and it's really painful and really causing some issues. So I'm gonna have to go and try and get some wrap that doesn't stick to your skin but sticks to itself, like the stuff that they wrap you with after you give blood, to kind of help with this. And I just want my hand back. At this point, I just want my hand back. I did this in August. That's it for this word vomit. Stay fresh, cheese bags. And just so you know, the rest of the month we got some holiday content coming up. My skincare video is coming at some point, but I gotta fix some more shit before we get there. So this is probably gonna be in January. Don't quote me on that, it might be a little bit later. But it's coming.